Welcome to the unique small business idea mentoring process called micro-facilitation. Most people who have an idea for a small or very small or micro business don't know where to start. Consequently, they don't take the idea further, or very often may end up getting lost along a confusing path of choking business quicksand. This audio provides a clear and encouraging explanation of what micro-facilitation is and how it can help you and your small business idea stay out of the pit, on track, and on towards reality. Thank you for bringing forward your business idea for free, confidential testing. Let us briefly explain what the overall process is all about. There are a number of steps involved in the entire process, starting with the initial free testing, with no obligation to continue to the next stages. Right now, though, simply take full advantage of the initial assessment, see what it reveals, then make your own decision as to whether you want to continue. So firstly, the process. You have a confidential and very easy to follow free testing of your idea, so that you can identify its strengths and weaknesses and potential viability as a business idea. Interestingly, at no stage will your micro-facilitator express any opinion as to whether the idea is good or bad. In fact, nobody will, except you. Through micro-facilitation, a person's idea is never evaluated in terms of someone's opinion, apparent experience, financial position, looks, education, social standing, etc., or no matter how seemingly crazy the idea might seem to be. All ideas are valuable seeds of opportunity and need to be tested without bias. Rather, how you come to the decision is based on what you see in a mirror of 20 basic questions that reflect crucial signs. All you need to do is answer the questions as accurately as possible and try not to be over-optimistic. This can be done in just a few minutes, and with some discussions with your micro-facilitator before and after. Within an hour, you'll know whether you want to take the idea any further. If so, you have a choice of whether you do this on your own or whether you engage your micro-facilitator as little or as much as you need to guide you through what can be a minefield with a maze of different pathways and pitfalls. It will be entirely your own decision as to whether you want more help. No obligation and no pressure at any stage. Should you choose not to proceed, your idea and assessment remain strictly confidential. Micro-facilitators are specially trained social entrepreneurs, which means that their primary satisfaction in life comes from helping others to help themselves. If you proceed, you will simply be paying your micro-facilitator a comfortable, affordable hourly rate. You can pace progress to your available time and budget. There is no contract involved, just a mutually signed confidential agreement, and you can end the process or restart it again at any time you wish. The next stage is a review of potential risk factors which have been identified in the initial assessment and further questionnaires to help you look more closely at marketability, collective resources, your level of commitment, and potential management capacity. This is then summarized into a brief one-page summary, which indicates the overall risk factor. This takes between 1 to 2 hours. At that stage, you have a much clearer picture about the strength of your idea, with potential risk factors more clearly defined. Again, at this stage, you can make a further decision as to how you feel about taking the business idea forward a little further. If you decide to do so, the next stage then looks at the extent of potential risk reduction and how identified risks might be reduced by taking certain action or through support. At that point, the overall risk factor is re-evaluated to show the level of improvement that might be achieved. We also look at your personal capacity to facilitate risk reduction. This takes about an hour, which puts your business idea on a much safer path towards potential reality. At this stage, you have a very clear understanding of the apparent potential of the business idea across all aspects of apparent potential risk, which means you can make a decision to move forward with the business idea with clear understanding and without rose-colored glasses. Achieving all of this up to this point will only take about 4 to 5 hours. This can be done over a week or two, or more if you need, or even in one day if you prefer, with the first step provided freely, with no obligation to continue. By then, you should have growing confidence in the process and be reassured that your micro-facilitator is only there to guide you effectively, and the best recommendation is to allow your micro-facilitator to continue to mentor you in getting your business started. Next, through micro-facilitation, we have a unique approach to planning your micro-business. We're not talking about business planning in the traditional sense here. It is a fact that most small and micro businesses do not have a business plan and never will. This is because most people have an aversion towards business planning and literally hate the process. They just want to get on with the business and think about planning later. Frankly, this is why so many startups get into trouble. However, we have a much more realistic approach. Your micro-facilitator focuses on what matters most first, so in effect, this approach is far more exciting, far more focused. This way, the priority pieces of your business jigsaw start to fall together, revealing the picture more clearly and moving you forward more quickly. An hour or so with your micro-facilitator, weekly, fortnightly, or even monthly, working at your own pace, as often or as little as you need, will enable you to progress with structured mentor guidance and stay out of the quicksand. Incidentally, Community Regeneration is looking to expand the network of micro-facilitators. If you want to check this out as a possible career path, or add this valuable skill set to your existing skills in economic development, community development, business mentoring, or disability support, go to the Community Regeneration website, watch the video, and download the questions and answers brochure. www.communityregeneration.net.au